So Angelica Ross, because the new season of American, let's take this down first and then put
Okay.
it back up there.
All right. No problem.
All right. So the new season of American Horror Story has came out. AHS Delicate has came out with Kim Kardashian and um Emma Roberts and all of this shit. So I didn't understand what was going on at first because okay, all right. So I'm gonna spill some tea.
Okay.
Angelica and I had been talking about this for years.
You mean about what we just put
about
up?
this, yes.
Oh,
We
okay.
have been Angelica and myself have been talking about this whole thing for years. Like what is going on with Miss Berry?
I don't know. I just heard her bust out laughing.
Angelica and I have been talking about this whole thing for years. Like she had said to me in private, you know, now that all this shit is done hit the fan, well, she had talked to me about this stuff in private. I remember when she was doing American Horror Story, AHS 1984, and we were talking, and I said, I told her how good I thought that she did in AHS 1984, and I said, Angelica, I want you to tell Ryan Murphy that I want him to go back and do Coven, but I want him to take it from the Black Witch's perspective.
Mm.
And she was like, "Oh yes, like let's like." And I said, "When y'all do this, bitch, don't play with me. Call me so I could come be a voodoo high priestess." She was like, "Yes, girl, yes." So she texted me and showed me where she had a whole conversation. Like what this was way before this was even put out. Where she had a whole conversation with Ryan, you know, telling Ryan, "Hey, let's do a season of black about the Black Witches." And he was like, remember, she brought it to his attention because I was like, "Girl, we need to like, girl, this bitch hit. I want to come through, bitch, with a sickening headdress, bitch. I want to be, And she was like, "Yes, girl. We had talked about this way. Like this was during American Horror Story in 1984." Now I'm not gonna be real deep on AHS because AHS had reached out to me. One time I was at where we was at, Mo, in LA.
Most likely. It was either LA
Yeah, I
or
think
New
we were
York.
in LA. We were in LA. I was in LA working on a project, and American Horror Story reached out to me for this news.
It was LA.
It was in LA.
It was LA. Yeah.
And American Horror Story reached out to me to come, to read, but I was working. And see, my thing is with this type of stuff is like people will get me in the middle of like I'm working, I'm on a gig, I'm filming some other stuff. And this is FYI. If there's anybody out there who is watching me that all because I know y'all do, don't hit me up when y'all know that y'all hit me up in advance. Cause I'm booked. So y'all always got to hit me in advance. Cause bitch, I have obligations that I can't just drop a contract and be like, okay, let me run down here and jump on this, So I had read for some parts for American Horror Story NYC. I didn't know it was NYC at the time because when they contacted me, they disguised themselves as something else. Because Ryan Murphy is real meticulous about how the seasons of American Horror Story come out. So Legger called me. I was working, and Legger called me. She said, "Bitch, are you sitting down?" I was like, "Girl, what's the tea?" She said, "Girl, I'm gonna send you these sides. I need you to read these sides. I need you to record it." Mo, did you help me record that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to record these things.
You recorded it about at least a good
50, 11 times.
Basically.
But I was like they needed the shit back in like an hour.
Right.
Or
you were still getting ready to do another
to do another job.
Right.
And so the legger was like, "Bitch, I need for you to motherfucking come." Then I was like, and in my brain, I was like, "What is this? Like, what is it?" And then it came back. Legger was talking to them and shit like that. And she was talking to them, and then she was like, "Girl, it's American Horror Story, bitch. They want you to come they want you to be on American Horror Story." And so I was like, "Oh my God." And immediately it clicked in my brain that it was it was black witches, like immediately, like it was the black witch thing that they were talking about because my thing is Angelica and I had been talking about. I was like, oh shit, it's really done popped off. So when I seen this, I just was like, go ahead and put it up here, put it back up here. I was like, oh shit. And mind you, she sent me the text messages and stuff, like the communication that she's had with Ryan, and Ryan Murphy did agree that he was going to do that season. And then she did like this whole thing where she was getting ready to do something for Marvel. You said they already continued covering. It was no, sweetie. We were talking about the black witches. We weren't talking about that. We were talking about the black witches. Okay. And so we were when Angelica posted this stuff, I was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit. Girl, this is me. I may read a bitch down to the floor, right? And these are my 2 cents. I may read a bitch down to the ground. One thing I learned, my lesson, was during that time when me and Kaya had that deal with me, it was me, Kaya, Nicki Minaj, and all this stuff. And I came trying to prove myself to, like, girl, don't act like this wasn't a real thing, that we was really doing a real thing with this Queen's Court shit and whatever. Nicki was involved, a production company was involved. Like, we was getting ready to do this thing how it was supposed to be done. Like, and the contracts came over, which I still have those contracts in my phone that she did sign, that she ran out there and told the people that she didn't want to sign. Bitch, I didn't forge this. This is your signature. You signed this. When the contracts and stuff came over or whatever. But I learned my lesson about trying to prove that stuff and laying that stuff on the front like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing any of that type of shit no more. But Angelica says that she's done with Hollywood after this. That's what it's saying.
Yep.
Angelica Ross says she's leaving Hollywood, and she shares a message to folks to say she's looking for her 15 minutes of fame. What does it say? For the folks who haven't put it together yet, I'm leaving Hollywood. There are multiple articles that will be coming out detailing this. So I suggest that you and your faves play nice, because I'm Black trans woman with nothing to lose. Candy was born from my body. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Love the folks talking about me looking for 15 minutes of fame. Girl, my first Emmy nomination was in 2016. I'm a globally recognized human rights advocate. I don't need fame, honey. Y'all can keep that. I gotta murder. We gotta close that door. I have to applaud, my sister for standing up. Like, because if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything, And I have to applaud my sister for standing up, for speaking out against things that she said that was wrong against her. Ryan did not. Ryan chose to move on, with something else, and didn't, take the black witch coven thing up. Ryan decided to move on and go somewhere else with it, So whatever. But I applaud for her for standing up in the space of, like, because this is the way I feel, right? This is the way I totally feel right here. Even online, when I get online and I give 150% of me, and y'all be telling me, oh, Madison, you got to watch this because this will mess your bag up, this or this and the other. I'm going to be me wherever the fuck I go. You feel me? Wherever I go, I'm going to be me. And what I'm going to never do is sacrifice me to be in a motherfucking space where a bitch going to disrespect me. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't going to happen like that. Now, I have toned down a lot of things where I don't really be going for the juggler like I used to, but I still go for the juggler just in motherfucking case a bitch forgot. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not going to try to bend myself and do all this stuff. Any space I have occupied in Hollywood, I have been 115,000% 1000% myself. I go on set letting the bitch know. I came here to do my motherfucking job. Whatever you might have seen of me on the internet, it's true. Bitch, you may get your shit bust. You may get your feelings hurt. I may cuss you out. I may read your kids, your mom, and all this stuff. But I will only do that if you try me first. Other than that, I'm here to do my job or do my business and do my whatever. But bitch, none of that shit scare me. I'm not afraid of losing none of that fucking shit either, because bitch, whatever I lost, God will give it back to me 50, 11 times. You know what I'm saying? Especially when somebody's disrespecting me, or I feel like that, you know, that my sanity, that my dignity or anything have been compromised because, bitch, you know, I got to bend to the will of. That's why when hoes be on the internet right now talking about how they gonna get me canceled and all this stuff. Pussy asshole, suck my ass, bitch, and my motherfucking dick. Because, bitch, if you hoes try me, bitch, you gonna get your shit motherfucking handed back to you. And I don't give a fuck who watching. That go for VH1, MTV, BBC, any motherfucking place I ever worked at. You know the type of bitch you dealing with when you start fucking with me. I'm a don't fuck with me and you won't get fucked with type person. That's how it works. So I personally think that it was brave of Angelica to do that, because, you know, I learned early on, like, don't share contracts and don't share that stuff unless it's up. You feel me? So yeah. Obviously for her to do all of that stuff, it's really up.
Right. There's no coming back.
Ain't no coming back from that. It's really up. And so, you know, I love my sister, and you know, it's brave of her for her to, you know, go forth and because, like, Ryan Murphy is a big entity, but bitch, I mean, it is what it is. She said that they motherfucking did what they did, and bitch, that's how she feel. What was done to her, oh motherfucking well. She said if it's up, then it's motherfucking up. And bitch, and that's where it's at, bitch. It's up and it's on the floor. Same motherfucking way I feel about when pussy assholes be trying me. Bitch, if it's up, it's up. And if it's on the floor, it's on the floor. And if it's fuck your dirty motherfucking ass kids, bitch, it's fuck your dirty ass goddamn hungry motherfucker save a child ass fucking kids. It's fuck you. That's the way I feel. Anybody else in between and any of that stuff that don't agree with that, that's on you. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Because if I don't think Angelica would be in that place, I don't think Angelica would be in that place if she wasn't tried. And I think people really don't look at bitches trying you to put you in a place like that. So if she feel like a bitch tried her, if she feel like a bitch tried her, then that's it's up. Anyway, but that's just, I stand 10 toes down on that. Anyway, let's go on to the next thing.
Well, next we have
shout out to my sister Angelica Hunter for holding it down, because that's a big move though. Before we even move, that's a big move to do that.
That is for you to basically say,
because her career is in Hollywood. Like, she worked her career, she worked herself to get her career is in Hollywood. Like, she's an actor, she's an actress, and when you go against a big entity like that, like, you know, that could blackball you for a long motherfucking time. And if that's the way you eat, you know, then, you know, if that's the way you eat, you could possibly be slide some plates to the side. But I feel her though. Because the motherfucker come ringing my doorbell, you ain't gonna tell me how to answer my door. It ain't gonna never work like that. Bitch, I'm gonna answer my door exactly how I answer my door, because you shouldn't have been ringing my motherfucking doorbell. That's how it worked for me. Big right. All right, let's go.